National Depression Screening Day coming up Friday, October 7th, but you don't have to wait until the end or to get help until then. According to Mental Health America, depression, one of the most common mental illnesses there is, affecting close to 7 million American adults every year. And like most other checkups, depression screenings are an important part of your routine health care. So here to talk more about this is Dr. Anat Geva. She's a clinical psychologist at Health One Behavioral Health and Wellness Center. We appreciate your time today. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.
Let's just start off with the most obvious question. I mean, who should get screened for depression?
Everyone should get screened for depression. Depression really cuts through classes, ages, and situations.
And so why would it be so important to specifically diagnose depression?
Well, I think we use depression very colloquially, but depression can be debilitating for many people. There's really no reason to live with that level of pain and dysfunction. But depression can also kill. Depression can be lethal. And so taking care of that in the sense that we first diagnose and then we treat is very important. And depression is very treatable.
So a lot of people might be watching this interview right now and think, I might be feeling down. I'm not sure if it's depression or not. When do you recommend someone seek out professional help?
Well, I think when a person is feeling down, they already know that something is going on. So there's really every incentive to go ahead and get that checked out. So as you were saying, that low mood, that low motivation, but there's other things as well that we can look for signs, right? So say eating patterns and sleeping patterns that have changed, and they can go either way, that desire to withdraw and the desire to isolate. And most importantly, when someone's having thoughts about the future that are hopeless, they're helpless about the future. When someone is having more physical complaints, so usually GI things, usually headaches, those kind of things trigger a little voice in the back of our heads that calls us to go get checked and do something about it.
Yeah, I mean, better to be safe than sorry if you're not quite sure. According to the World Health Organization, depression and anxiety increased 25% during the first year of the pandemic. How have you noticed the pandemic impacting mental health?
Oh, absolutely. So the pandemic really hit everyone very hard, and people who are more impacted or have this predisposition for mental health conditions, they're more likely to have more symptoms. And as a whole, what we've seen is really people who have had mental health issues in the past, those issues recurring, and people who haven't experienced mental health issues being taxed to the point that they're having symptoms.
All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for your time today. Some very important stuff. Always better to be safe than sorry. We do appreciate your time.
Agreed. Thank you for having me.
All right. And don't forget, you can watch all of our health interviews right now on CBSColorado.com.